Hannah provides 35 treats for her friend's visit. There are 20 custard creams. The others are chocolate tea cakes. What is the ratio of custard creams to chocolate tea cakes? Working with what we know that there are 35 treats in total, and we know that 20 of those are custard creams. The ratio of custard creams to chocolate tea cakes is 20 to something. To find out how many tea cakes we have, we take away the custard creams from the total number of treats, and that leaves us with 15. So the ratio of custard creams to chocolate tea cakes is 20 to 15. Remember the video on simplifying ratios? Both these numbers will divide by 5. 20 divided by 5 is 4, and 15 divided by 5 is 3. The ratio of custard creams to chocolate tea cakes is 4 to 3. And if we look at that, every time we have 4 custard creams, we have 3 chocolate tea cakes. And if we have 35 in total, 5 rows of 7, you can see that out of every row of 7, 4 are custard creams and 3 are tea cakes, 4 to 3. This is one for you to try. There are 28 animals, dogs and cats, staying at the kennels. If 21 of the animals are cats, what is the ratio of cats to dogs? Pause the video, have a go. We know that there's a total of 28 animals and that 21 of those are cats. Out of 28, take away the 21 cats and we're left with 7. So that must be how many dogs we have. Let's have a look at the ratios. We have 21 cats and 7 dogs. So the ratio at the moment is 21 to 7 cats to dogs. Remember, you need to simplify this. Both numbers will divide by 7. 21 divided by 7 is 3 and 7 divided by 7 is 1. So simplified, the ratio of cats to dogs is 3 to 1. If we look at the images for that, we have 21 cats and how many dogs? If for every 3 cats there's 1 dog, we have 7 dogs. The ratio of cats to dogs is 3 to 1. For every row of 4 animals, 3 are cats and 1 is a dog. Tara and Kai share £350. Tara gets 140, Kai gets 210. In what ratio was the money shared? If Tara gets 140 and Kai gets 210. Remember the tips in the division section for making numbers easier to divide mentally. So if we divide 140 and 210 by 10, we now have 14 and 21, and both those will divide by 7. 14 divided by 7 is 2, and 21 divided by 7 is 3. So the ratio in which the money was shared was 2 to 3. This might be a little harder to envisage because each one we're dealing with is a £10 note. So if we have a look at what this looks like, for every 2 £10 notes that Tara has, Kai has 3. So for every £20 that Tara has, Kai gets £30. The ratio is 2 to 3. And here's a similar one for you to try. Tom and Rashmi share £720. Tom gets £320 and Rashmi gets £400. In what ratio was the money shared? Remember, when you do this, when you're dividing, if you divide both those numbers by 10, it's often easier to work out. Pause the video, have a go. Tom gets 320, Rashmi gets 400. I'm going to divide both by 10, so I'm working with easier numbers. 32 and 40 will both divide by 8. 32 divided by 8 is 4, and 40 divided by 8 is 5. So the ratio in which the money was shared, Tom to Rashmi, was 4 to 5. And again, so you can see what this looks like, every time Tom gets 4 £10 notes, Rashmi gets 5 £10 notes. So for every £40 that Tom gets, Rashmi gets £50. The ratio is 4 to 5. This one might seem really obvious to some of you, but I have many GCSE students who struggle to understand what this means. So we're just going to go over this here. There are 7 times as many yellow sweets as red ones. What is the ratio of yellow sweets to red? We have a look at that. If we have 7 yellow sweets, how many red ones will we have? We had to multiply something by 7. If we have 7 times as many as something else, that something else has been multiplied by 7 to get 7. Something multiplied by 7 is 7. Well, if we divide 7 by 7, we get 1. So 1 multiplied by 7 is 7. That must mean there's 1 red sweet for every 7 yellow ones. Another way of putting this is saying there are 7 times more yellow sweets than red ones. Either way, if you have 7 times more or 7 times as many, the other amount in the ratio is going to be 1. The ratio of yellow to red sweets is 7 to 1. And here's a similar one for you to try. Katie takes a parcel and a letter to the post office. The parcel weighs 6 times more than the letter. What is the ratio of the weight of the letter to the weight of the parcel? Pause the video, have a go. If the parcel is 6 times more, that must mean that the letter is 1. For every 1 gram the letter is, the parcel is going to be 6 grams. The ratio of the weight of the letter to the weight of the parcel is 1 to 6.